here's the thing. Someone got mad earlier, and you could tell the ones that try to come and defend themselves, and most of the time it's under a fake profile. Those be the ones, and they be narcissistic. They be stuck, and they didn't understand how to get out of that predicament way from a child, because a lot of these people are people who never were told no. It's simple. It's just like anyone else. My mom was a very beautiful woman. It's beautiful women. It's beautiful men. Sometimes, I used to hear this in church, and we had several that was in church that were getting, when it's a smaller denomination and you're in a church, most likely, spirits and different things and how people are operating and what they're doing, they're picked up on a lot faster and quicker. What I'm stating, like I said, you're not hating when you're telling your testimony in stories and you're using it as an example to try to help people and teach them and tell them about, how you're wanting them to stop a lot of things that are carrying through younger people, the younger generation that's coming up after you. No, you got people on here and they see you telling your story. They may have a story. They have endured a struggle. But some of these people's struggles aren't really struggles. Some of these things we put ourselves in to cause havoc on oneself. And what I'm stating by that, take for instance a female it's this handsome man and he's married. This man is married, and you take it upon yourself because of your little lust spirits, or you just got to have this particular man, or you just got to get what you want because it's something you've been doing all your life. You have never been told no. You have gotten things your way. You're just a pushover. You're just someone that, no, what you want, you get it. And God is not a God that's of anything that's like that. Because if he would have given us everything that we wanted, a lot of the situations that we have endured that have brought karma, we probably wouldn't even be here to speak on these things right now. So God keep us from, he don't give us everything we want. And a lot of you guys, and you could get mad at me. You could do whatever, baby. I've been through worse. You don't intimidate me. You don't scare me. Quit taking other people's stories and trying to take their light and trying to take their crowns and trying to take their position in the world and get your own. It's another position for you that you need to carry out. I'm not stating that your story, but I read people. I don't just read cards. It's thousands of people got legitimate stories on YouTube, and they've told them. They've told their stories, and they're still telling them. Just like, what's her name? What is her name? Oh my God. I love her story. I love Oprah's story. I love, what is her name? She's about to become a foster parent. Haddish. I think her last name is Haddish. Legitimate Stories. Tiffany Haddish. I mean, what is her name? Some of these people, Towers isn't a story. It was narcissism. It's a narcissistic triangulation. And you getting mad because God have sent his people up and throughout this damn room to tear your tower down. And you're not attacking them. What you're doing is trying to take their story for yourself and use it as your own. Don't get it misconstrued, mama, because I'm not going to back down from you. I don't care what you're doing, how you're doing it. It don't bother me. I'm just saying God used people. He got us with gifts in everywhere and all throughout the world. Juanita Byam, she got a story. T.D. Jakes got a story. T.D. Jakes' daughter that had her child at 13 or 14, she got a major story. Those people's stories heal people and help people. My story is here to heal, not for you to take it. Okay? Gang members, gangbang that have changed their life over. People that's been in the mafia that changed their life, but is using their story, is telling stories about things that they have done and lived. That's their story. They are major stories. A few of the upcoming younger artists have stories. Like, I even heard something about Big Mulatto or whatever. She was in jail, something. She got a story, but her story isn't like my story. We have some similarity, some similar stuff, but just like Cash Doll, she was telling her story the other day. Some of her testimony, where she went to jail, and I don't go around trying to pick up on things that people, they have their own Pacific light. And I know who's telling a story, a real testimony story from a person that just want it, because that's they're entitled, they're egotistical, they're prideful, and they have been getting things their way all their lives, and they have used that. Like I was stating, it was brought up a lot in church back when I always, like in my 20s and all of that, I really pretty much stayed to myself, worked, or I was hustling on the streets, and I still was maintaining and going to a church building, trying to fight my way out of these situations. No, I'm not scared of no one. I'm coming for your ass. You ain't got to come for me, because I'm going to come for you. We about to turn this, because if I knew who walked with me, and I know who walked with me, it's Jesus. He's only going to let you make it so far before he used some other people to hit your ass with your best shot, because you are an entitled attention seeker. You've been getting away with this stuff and what have been, drawing people to these sort of people is the popularity. They've been looked at in a great big light and made to be put up on a pedestal that they did not have no deservings of being there. You don't scare me. Now that I know what's going on in the YouTube room, now that I know that successful people can come and take a person's items and use them, not use them, but steal them because they're secretly doing it. There's no limits. And I'm not going to back down from up off your ass. You can go and get your group. You can go and get your clique. You can go, because I'm not a coward by all means. We can make this thing simple, and you can take note to go forward and heal yourself, or we can go on and battle it out, because I can almost bet your bottom dollar Jesus is in me and he walked with me, and you're not going to win the fight. Satan is not winning these fights, okay? We're not going to play the games. It's no hating. Hating mean I would be stalking, watching, going to people's channels, going to all of these individuals, trying to keep on, and I can't give you that much praise. I can look at you and say, you've done a good job, you're legendary, you know, things that you have done throughout the world and accomplished have been great things, great and mighty things. But to do with your spirit, we got to clean that up. And it's a healing that needs to be brought about and throughout the world to stop some of these. It's our bodies. It's our little demonic bodies that's carrying out situations that's been repeating itself, karmic cycles that need to be, those strong towers need to be brought down. You are not to be made looked at as you are superior or better than anyone. We're not going to play the games, okay? You're not, honey, I'm not hating on no one. I don't go to their channels. I don't stalk them. I don't watch them. I don't want to go get no surgeries and look like them. I am who I am, and that's what God said. He is who he is, and that's the same with me. I am who I am. We're not going to play the games here, because I didn't come to play the games. And what's been so ironic, it gets me, because God is also, because, you know, T.D. Jakes, no matter what, I love that man to death. I remember when I was going through it one time. Now, this is another one of my testimonies. I was going through it. Being that this man is in another, you know, I had got mad at some of the, you know, at some of the things that were going on in, you know, the church that I was attending. And, you know, I could see the inequality or whatever of, you know, and I would read books, and I had bought a book or something of that nature. And I also used to listen to the series from Joyce Myers and Juanita Byams and all of that. I was fighting along and I'm still fighting. Strong, hard battle. And it kills me or whatever, because his contents or whatever be, you know, standing out to me. I'm not trying to attack no one, but these towers got to be brought down. But his contents and, you know, some of his sermons and different things, you know, I can tell when they're pulling on my spirit or whatever. And he knows what's going on, but, you know, he does it in a sermon, or he's stating things that's going on that I know that's happening or whatever, and, you know, he may use it as a headline or a content or something, and they just stand out to me or whatever. And like I say, I remember when I was going through it one time. This is when I was going through it at work, and you know, I would go home every night and cry, because this wasn't no victimized mentality or anything like that. I was really discriminated on. It wasn't no victimized, because no, we don't play victimization over here. I will beat the devil's ass, period. It's not gonna. So the other day I'm seeing something, he said, oh, and his headline was like, oh, you came up in here with a fight. Yeah, did. Because as good as we want to make this thing look, and no, we can't judge anyone, but what it is God wanted to stop. You know, if no one ever call you out or tell you about your little wicked deeds, you're not going to quit it. You're not going to stop. So we need it to stop. And we're starting to see that all this stuff is bubbling up to the surface or whatever. People stealing in tarot rooms. People, you know, some people, it's some people's karma to be stolen from, because they've been stealing for so long, and now it have came back on them. So it's happening in different little groups, and people are in their little gangs and cliques, and they're not attacking people, but they're in these little groups because these are things that they have been allowed to get away with. So they're doing it. They're committing fraud. They're committing sin. We all commit sins and fall short of God's glory. But the thing of it is the tower and the karmic deeds need to end. The tower have to be your strong mans and strong towers that you have been being allowed to operate out of have to be brought to a halt. Because if someone don't tell you or call you out, you're going to keep doing the things that you're doing, and you've been doing it already for 20 years. Successful people have done bad things as well. Like I was stating in another video, if you don't get healed, if you don't start healing, just because you get money and success do not mean that you're changed. If you were a narcissist when you took upon yourself to go throughout the world and use your talents or whatever out of darkness to become rich, famous, whatever, if you were never healed from your narcissism or that childhood trauma, then it stays with you. The demon just get bigger. And you're able to operate out of multiple demons, demonic forces to send out the world to destroy other people. That's where the narcissistic triangulation comes from. And then you get people to start agreeing with your demons that's just like you, alike spirits. And y'all team up, and so y'all start fighting towards people that's trying to shine light on the situation. That ain't gonna work with me because I read through all of that. So you can do whatever, and people can do whatever. I'm not here to take anyone's shine because I got mine. Honey, I stay at the back of the line because I am seen for my shine at the back of the line. Okay? There's no need to try to take anyone else's, because everyone got their own individual position that we are to play. Things that we are. God need 1,000 people in the world. But what he don't need is entitled, egotistical people that's been getting away with things all their lives. Oh, poor little me, and try to flip their projection, who they really are, onto you, because they see how strong you are. They see you're not coming to play. You came to slay. Okay? So the thing of it is what they will do is try to mimic you or take your position, or because these are things you have to remember now. These are things that been allowed for them to do, and no one ever stopped them. So it became habit forming. It became a demon that's on the inside of them that need to be casted out and casted down. I'm not playing with demons, and we're not going to play the games. Everyone holds a position, and you're not superior to anyone else's position. Whatever will and thing that God got for you to do in the world, that's what he wants you to do, but he wants you to heal also. And if you haven't been healing in the past, you got to heal before you can, even though God, he's still using us in the midst of our sinning. But what it's going to do is God send his people to either stop you, or towers come for you that cause things to happen in your life to shake your life up, or cause havoc in your life to get you to pay attention, to stop going down that wrong road path or operating out of that demonic force that you're operating out of, so that you can heal and be of light instead of being used as darkness or whatever. You know, people have been made to think that because of a certain skin tone, and all of that, and they can judge you for your skin color and try to make other people, this is the things that they have been doing. Make lighter complected women feel that they're more superior than darker women. We're not going to play the games. I said it and I meant it. And no, I'm not hating. I don't go around stalking people, watching people, trying to take their light, trying to take their position, trying to do anything that they operate out of. So, baby, I think you got the wrong, and you can keep that hating in your gut. Quit worrying about your butt and get that hating healed in your gut. The jealousy, the envy, and the hate. Because by far, because I don't look at women like that to hate on them. I can't. Because if I do that, it'll knock me off my pivot that God has me on. And that'll, you know, get me stirred up and have me out here like y'all trying to, a material girl in a material world. Material girl in a material world. Girl in a, yeah. And I can't do that. We're not going to play the material outer surface plane thing. This is spiritual, and we need to line it up. So you can take it as you take it, speak as you speak, and get mad as you want to. That another thing, that was one of the projections that we dealt with Tila Lakila or whatever. Because it was just someone Asian, someone that thought she was coming to tell me something. See, when a dog is going to always speak up when, you know, it's them, if they're wrong or whatever. Like I say, I get called out all the time. God showed me even in his word, you know, some things. And so that kept occurring with me in the past or whatever. And I know it's something that I needed to heal or work on, you know, that I was doing or how I was behaving or whatever. And that's, you know, if things happen to you that will make you stop doing the things that you are doing, you'll stop. You won't be out here. You're just mad because people are calling you out. And you know that it's you. You know that you're a fake and you're a fraud. And really you play the victim mentality. And then you go and try to victimize people because you want people to look at you like, poor me, woe is me, and da-da-da-da-da. I never wanted anyone to see me as woe me, poor me, da-da-da-da-da. That's why I never told them what I was hurting from or tried to make them feel sorry for me. This is not no sorry matter. This is testimonies. So if you're not understanding the message properly, maybe you should just find you another channel to be on and not look at the things because it's triggering you. I have things that trigger me every day. Yeah, like it was a comedian and but see, the thing of it is when you attack me and I know things about you, I'm going to come back and I'm going to attack your ass right back. The same way you attacking me, I'm going to use that I know about you that God is telling, and it's true. Anything that I've put out here, I'm not embarrassed of, and you can't attack me with my story, okay? You can't, so you're not even attacking me with my story. You're trying to steal my story and pretend as though it's yours and... Anyway, God only knows the truth. And I mean, before long, someone's going to call you out if I don't. You know, so it doesn't matter. So we don't care about any of that, baby. You don't make my heart. I don't care what you're doing. I'm just telling you, I see what you're doing. And maybe it's a hint for you to stop because later on, because you've been doing it for some years, God is telling me that it's going to shame you. We got a lot of shameful stuff that we got Can't nobody shame you on your story that you is speaking on. Because you already know what the fuck ups you did. And you know what you had to heal. And you had to heal that stuff to be able to become better and speak on it now. So I don't think that, no, I don't. People are mad, they're frauds, and they lie about things and they steal things. And I'm starting to find out that it's a lot of shit going on YouTube that need to be casted out and casted down and destroyed, because it's destroying our lives, okay? Sorry if, yeah, and that was a message in itself. So, God bless. Y'all have a great morning. And as we carry on, because this game is starting to get funny to me.